Hi, my name is Sylvia. I'm passionate about languages, English in particular. Welcome to my world of English. With this recording, I would like to stir the pot a little bit because I would like to answer a question, and this answer will be my answer, but it is also based on research into the study of the language or studying of the language, meaning you as students, how you're doing and works best for you. But also, with this recording, I would like to invite you to comment. I would like you to email me, text me, tell me how you feel about that, because the subject that is going to stir the pot, let me repeat the expression once again. Hopefully it'll be easy for you to remember the expression. It is what makes a good teacher. There are so many teachers of different subjects. There are so many teachers of English. I myself know quite a few of them. I myself respect quite a few of them. But I am also well aware of the fact, and this is what I hear when I talk to students of English, different ages, different social groups, backgrounds, people who work for multinational companies and people who are owners of their own companies. It doesn't actually matter who I'm talking to. Many people come and say that in their lives they have met very bad teachers. So that's why this is stirring the pot, because we all, as teachers, we believe we are doing a good job and we are putting our hearts into all the activities that are there. But some of us are respected, some of us are remembered, and they receive this very positive feedback, and some of us are referred as not very successful. So I would like to look at this from the perspective of the question, what makes a good teacher, and also the possible answers that we might get, why some teachers are good. So we will be looking on the bright side of life. We will not be looking on the dark side of life. So we will not be trying to discuss bad teachers, but we will be having this positive outlook, and we will be trying to define a good teacher. And I have prepared a list of few elements, a few bullet points, which I would like to cover here today with you in this recording, and I have divided them into two groups. I wonder if you will agree with me. So let me repeat this. Please be ready, be free to comment, to tell me your opinions. I'm very much interested. I am ready to negotiate. I am ready to discuss, because I myself want to be the best teacher, the best form of a teacher I can possibly be. So all these comments, all of your reactions are very crucial to me. But as I said, I have prepared a couple of bullet points, and I have divided these elements into two groups. One is, let's say, the very technical elements. So all the technical skills that we need, that we have to be possessed with in order to teach others. And the other group is more of the personality thing. So how we behave, what we do, what we are like. And with these personality elements, we will also try to define a good teacher. But we will start with the technical elements, and I decided to start with the technical elements because this group, to my mind, this group is very short. It is composed just of I have put two technical elements that make a good teacher. So the first and foremost, so something that is that goes beyond question, something that is just as certain as day and night. It is the knowledge. Yes, we will never teach anybody. We will never become good teachers, good leaders if we don't know our subject, the subject that we are teaching inside out. And I know that students of any subject, of course, right now, obviously, I'm going to refer most of all to teachers of English, because this is my thing, this is my profession. But that refers to any teacher on the planet. So anybody who is teaching anything, and it can seem to us something very exotic, but it can be whatever. It can be diving, it can be any school subject, it can be cooking, dancing, whatever there is, horse riding. If you don't have this knowledge, if you don't know what you're teaching actually. If you don't know your subject inside out, if there are people who will come to you, they will ask you questions and you cannot answer, well, definitely you will never become a good teacher, because people will not follow you. And students are very sensitive. Believe me, they are very sensitive, and they know they've got this extra sense, and they will know that if they can trust you or not. But here comes another side of the same coin. And this is a question that I get very often from young teachers who come here, who talk to me, and they say, what happens if somebody asks me in class some question and I don't know this answer? And I say, nothing happens. You just say it, right? You don't pretend that you know more, because the expression that is very useful here, hope you will remember that, is this: nobody is know-it-all. So I am not such a person. We all make mistakes, and there is no native speaker who is know-it-all. So we can be surprised with any question, and that is nothing shaming. That is nothing shameful, that you don't know a given answer and then you say in class, I'm sorry, I don't know it. I have to look it up, and you come with the answer or with like a number of answers for your next meeting, for your next class. Because then this is how you are building your position of this expert, and you are building on your expertise. But then again, you are building this trust in you. So you show that you can be trusted, because even if you don't know something, you will admit that, but you will try and do your utmost in order to improve the situation, to rectify the situation, and come back with good knowledge next time. But of course, anything is on a scale, which means that it can happen from time to time. I mean, this moment is this element of a class when somebody comes to you, asks you the question, and you don't know this answer, because if it happens too often, then we are on the other end of the scale, of the same scale. So then we just say that, hey, actually, I don't know this and I don't know that. And if you keep on repeating this too often, then you are not building on your expertise. That's obvious. So this is one thing. This is knowledge. Another thing I would refer to is charisma, and I would say this is on the border. So it is both your personality, because we are either charismatic people or we are not. But then on the other hand, I think that you can work on this a little bit, just like people just work on the confidence and people work on the public speaking. So I think you can work a little bit on your charisma, in the sense that you can build this in you a little bit. Let me say it a little bit, but we need this element of the leadership in us. That's obvious. But even if you have the knowledge and you love teaching, you can train this element, just like public speaking. But if you don't have it, so for instance, you are too shy, you are too afraid, you lack this confidence, people will not follow you, because people follow other people who have this great energy and who know what they are talking about, who shine through even on their bad days. It is one of my favorite expressions, business English expression, I believe, because I met with this expression when teaching business English, that there are those great people, the best people, the most charismatic people shine through even on their bad days. And this will be it when it comes to these technical elements. I told you that the list here is not very long. And another list is personality. And here I will pose another little question. And I am also waiting for your answer and for your reaction. Because the question that is somehow connected with the first question, what makes a good teacher, is this question, whether we are born teachers or whether we become ones. Because if I'm going to present to you all this lengthy list of personality qualities that make a good teacher, does it mean that you will not work on your expertise? Does it mean that you cannot work on these elements? And even if you lack some of these elements, you will never become a good teacher. So I do believe that personality is something we are born with, but on the other hand, when we look at the other side of the same coin, I still believe that we can work. Yes, because work on ourselves, we can try and develop. And the word work in here is the crucial thing, because we know that talent is one thing, but hard work always pays off. And this talent will never make you that successful if you don't combine it with hard work. So work is something that always pays. Hard work is always something that always pays off. So what is this personality thing? Well, the funny thing is, I told you at the beginning of this recording that the things I'm presenting to you today, that they are this mixture of my own observations, but they are also these elements that are based on scientific research. And there has been this research. Many people, many students, maybe you have also been asked, what makes this a good teacher? Oftentimes after training, you get this form, you have to fill in this form, and there is this list of questions where they ask you, did you like the class? Yes. What did you like about it? And did you like the teacher? In a sense, was the teacher successful performing his or her job? And you would be possibly, or maybe not, depending on where you are, surprised, because the answer that gets repeated oftentimes is that a teacher has to be nice, warm, empathetic, caring. Another thing that I'm going to use here, which also comes from the psychological study, and it says that children, when we talk about little children, school children, they don't learn from people they don't like. And I would say that this doesn't refer to children only. I would say that adults work the same way. Of course, we adults, we have more knowledge. And when we want to study something and we know that we are going to this expert and he or she is this greatest expert in the field, and we don't necessarily have to like this person very much, but we know that we will get the knowledge we are looking for from this person, then, well, we will be there even if we don't like this person. But actually, our brain absorbs more knowledge when we are learning with people, from people who are building this very caring environment for us. And that's why I always repeat that not the hours spent studying, but the environment in which you study. This helps you to develop. This helps you to learn the subject, and our brain will open up in company with the people that we care for, with the people that we feel comfortable with. And this expression, this equivalent of being nice, as one of the most important qualities of a teacher, is rather surprising, or is it surprising? I wonder what you think here. But I agree. I will repeat that once again. I agree. Just like children don't learn from people they don't like, adults don't learn well from people they don't like. Another element I put here is passion. Passion is somehow, I believe, connected with charisma. I'm sure you have also heard these expressions, that those of you who work and they perform some activities they are passionate about, they actually never work. And I am this kind of a person, so I have not worked a single day in my life. I'm laughing here a little bit, of course. Work is work, but when there is passion involved, when you are ready to go to class, be it online, offline, when you are waiting for your class with your students, the students will feel it. The students will know that you are there for them. And if you are passionate about what you do because you believe in what you do, this will also, the message, this message of passion will also be spread. And it will help other people, your students, to gain this knowledge from you. The teacher also, I'm looking at the bullet points right now that I've got prepared. So all these elements. Now I'm thinking about what I have just said. So about this charisma, about this personality, being nice, empathetic, being passionate. But there are also these qualities, because the qualities I have just presented, they may seem a little bit, well, I don't want to say childish, but they seem a little bit light-hearted. Yes, that we have to like what we do, we have to be passionate about. So it's so easy to say. But of course, a teacher is somebody who sets a good example. So there is a list of these elements, these qualities, very serious qualities, that definitely you have to be a responsible person. You have to set this good example, and you have to do and you have to do and believe in what you preach about. You have to show that what you demand from other people. So here comes the word demanding. Yes, a good teacher, a great teacher has to be demanding. What you demand from other people, you also demand from yourselves. And teachers, I think they are on the same level. We can put this this mark here that they are just like parents. And anybody who is listening to me, and anyone who is a parent, they would agree with me, I hope, that parents, in order to set this good example, they not necessarily have to say what is right, but they have to do what is right. So if you expect from others to be punctual, you have to be punctual yourself. If you expect from your students to do homework, if you believe in homework, if you ask them to do homework, you have to do your homework yourself. And this homework that you can do at home, it is preparation for the class, it is bringing for the class something you have promised, it is correcting any test, text, essay, whatever you promise to do. If you expect from them to be serious about the subject, you also have to be serious about the subject. If you want them to concentrate on what you do, you also have to concentrate on them. You have to show them their true interest. And the word demanding is the word that gets repeated whenever I talk to people and I ask them about teachers they remember from the school years, from primary school, secondary school. They would always discuss teachers that were demanding, that demanded a lot from them, because those teachers that were very relaxed and they didn't ask them to do much at home, or they didn't ask them to prepare much, they are very easily forgotten. But those teachers that had this heart and they had this passion, they built this personality, this aura whenever they stepped into the classroom. Because we are talking about offline learning back then, these teachers are just remembered. And another thing that comes here, I made this division between offline and online. And yes, right now we are in a different reality. Most of us work online, if not entirely, like myself. Some of you choose the hybrid mode, but yes, we know what it is like to work online. And I have to say that all these qualities that are there, I mean, this charisma, I mean, this passion, I mean, this respect, this responsibility, this element of demanding a lot, I think it is super crucial when you work online, because working online requires from you to be yet more focused. In the classroom, you can, that's my experience, I hope you will agree with me, but in the classroom you can get distracted sometimes, yes, because the students are working on something. You can even look out of the window for a sec. When you are doing the online work, you are not allowed to do it. Yes, you have to be 100% in the camera, you have to be present 100% of the class. And without these qualities, without this confidence that you have, without this belief in what you do, without the great knowledge, the great charisma, it is actually very difficult to make other people follow you, because it is very, very easy for them to get distracted. And there is yet another thing that I would like to present to you, and this is a little bit negative, I think I would say, but we have to discuss it. We were talking about this responsibility, we were talking about this respect and being nice. And very often when people fill in these forms of what makes a good teacher, and when they put this phrase that the teacher has to be nice and sympathetic and empathetic and caring, they also put next to it that there should be no ridiculing. This is a little bit painful, because I do not know how is that even possible on earth, that a teacher can ridicule other students or other people. But unfortunately, it happens. I hear it. People come here and they have such stories. And this ridiculing thing, of course, comes sometimes from this just feeling of being, neglected, or the feeling of being not respected. I mean, this is how the teacher can feel, or of losing all your nerves because you have repeated something 100 times and still the other person cannot follow this. But ridiculing is like, it is the end, because ridiculing shows that you don't understand this job. I always repeat when people come here, and they tell me that they don't want to study the language anymore because they feel they will never make this progress, and because they have tried so many times before and they were ridiculed when they couldn't make this progress. And I always say, hey, come on, if you come to a teacher because you have no knowledge, it means that we are still needed, right? So we should never ever ridicule anybody who doesn't know something. And if somebody wants my help, it means that I am still needed. So I would never ever ridicule anybody because they don't know something, or because they forgot something, or because they are not successful. So this is the last resort. I would say this is the last thing. Like, ridiculing other people is the last thing. A good teacher should never ever ridicule anybody because it is just killing the job. It is killing the profession. And I use the expression the profession, but I would just try and say that this job of a teacher is no longer a profession. It is a vocation. And if you have the certain qualities, a certain feeling that you want to teach others, you have to know that you have to give yourself to others a little bit. You have to be all to all people. You have to be smarter than them in the sense that you know something more. And that's why you are ready to help them. And that even when they are moody, even if they are not in their best shape, even if they can't follow you or can't understand, you are there for them and you are this support. So anybody who is thinking about becoming a teacher, they should reconsider and they should think if they have all these qualities. Once again, I wonder what you think about that. Please let me know. You can share with me your experience. You can tell me how much you agree, how much you disagree. You can add to the list. You can tell me that I have forgotten about something. But what I was going to discuss today with you, that they were just this milestones. Yes, they were this most important bullet points that were there. But I'm ready once again to get any feedback from you. I hope you have enjoyed it. As always, think about it. Think what makes a good teacher in your opinion, and let me know. Cheers. Thank you so much.